here. So I want to tell you a few of them now. One of my favorites, right, is the lady who was reading to young children in a ghetto somewhere just to try to keep them away from the bad things happening on the streets. She wanted to raise enough money to, I mean, she was getting so many kids, she couldn't fit them in her house anymore. She wanted to raise enough money to get a little cubby hole of a storefront where the young children could come for her to read to them. And she could have books all over the place and little chairs for them and things like that. I think she needed about $4,000 for rent and furniture. And of course, people donated books and stuff. And I don't remember the exact figures, but she ended up with something like $111,000 because the campaign was so heart-touching. Another guy invented an iPhone accessory, and he needed about $15,000 for a prototype. He got publicity on one of the big sites like Gizmodo or Wired, and he ended up with $365,000. All right. All right. So you can look up these and many more success stories. However, there's another side to this. Far more crowdfunding campaigns fail miserably because people don't plan them carefully and they don't give them enough time to get all the planning in place. So keep that in mind. You don't just start one of these today unless it's something critical like a little child got cancer or something. Yeah, you can get away with that quick. But if you're planning on something for one of your creative projects or to crowdfund a book or an online course, or you need equipment for your t-shirt business, whatever it is, you got to plan ahead for it. Now, why do people participate? I mean, many people wonder why anyone would participate in putting money into your campaign, especially if they don't know you. Well, there are several reasons. One is they do know you and they want to support you. That's pretty simple. Kicking in a few bucks for a friend's campaign is no big deal, and it's not going to break the bank. Number two, people trade participating in campaigns. In other words, I give you $100 and you give me $100 for my campaign. Well, you might think, well, that doesn't make much sense. It's kind of a wash. But it does make perfect sense when you consider when you thank me, I will be put in front of all your friends and followers. And when I thank you, you will be in front of all my friends and followers. So you get more exposure for your campaign for free, basically. Now, number three, people just like the idea. And in the two examples above with the lady with the reading to the kids and the iPhone gadget, most of the people that participated didn't even know the person they were giving money to. They just liked the campaign, and this is one of the benefits of being on a big and reputable site. You have the potential for millions of people to see your campaign. All right, number four, potential investors contribute to campaigns they might want to take part of in a bigger way. So they might want to see how you treat people and how well you run your business. And if they like what they see, they might swoop in and with a big offer to buy your company or invest heavily in your campaign. Now, in this case, you'd have to give up part of the business. These investors are not going to pony up big bucks just because you give them a ball cap or a t-shirt. All right. And this is typically called equity fund crowdfunding. All right, let's talk about perks. I'm talking about ball caps and t-shirts and stuff, but these would be an example of what are called perks. Perks are what a person gets for participating in your creative project, crowdfunding promotion. And like I said, for social projects, people don't really expect anything in return. Anyway, you've probably seen promotions on PBS and the public broadcasting where you give so much money and you get a DVD or a t-shirt or something. Now, you have different levels of perks for different amounts of money. Let's say if someone contributes $5, you thank them and give them a shout out on Facebook and Twitter. Maybe $20 gets you a digital download PDF, audio or video of the project. Maybe $50 gets you a ball cap or a t-shirt. Maybe $100 gets you a 15-minute consultation.